Hey everybody, welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. We're going to see, very important person, the Sun King. Hades intends to use the Spire to transmit a resurrection signal, calling millions of buried war machines from their graves. When the time comes, Aloy must stand against the shadow, but she will not fight alone, presumably getting help.
Hope she gets back soon.
From Avad. Presumably. That's my hope. Imagine we go to him and he says, actually, we're good. And then he says, the name's Pharaoh. Blackness. Credits roll. End scene credits. Or after credits, end scene. Sun King of Odd. Was actually Hades all along. Not Pharaoh. Hades is all. Hades is one. He's also Aloy and Rost. And if you didn't know, Rost means rust in German. And Aloy sounds like alloy, like metal. Okay, let's get to it. That's not gonna happen. Look at this place, man. Oh, I'm gonna miss this. Like, you know we're coming to the end and like... What an awesome experience. Now, this armor, by the way, it's very strong. And there's a couple of things here. Number one, everybody was super jacked to get the armor. I was excited to get the armor. But now it's like, is it too strong? Is it gonna make it, you know, like less challenging? I don't know, probably. I probably won't wear it for like the late stuff that we're eventually gonna run into.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
There's no way he could.
Meridian isn't the target of Odd. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Eren knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the city guard fortify the western ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused.
I get it.
If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now,
He probably thought it was gonna be way
it will
worse.
take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
So do we just tell him? Like, is that
Have
the
you
thing?
spoken to Blameless Marad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
Pretty sure that it's everyone's responsibility right now. I will say Blameless Marad has been, I mean, pretty blameless, actually. I had some serious questions, some serious doubts, but seems okay.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the city guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
Okay.
And the spire. Erend and the vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it.
Surprisingly,
Otherwise,
there isn't.
I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Olin's apartment. Really? Okay. Review preparations at the ridge. Review preparations at the spire. We will do that, and then we'll rest. Very cool. Oh! Another damaged file repaired. Last time I visited Prime was November of last year. Months since have been a blur. Flew out last night to oversee installation of the central armature and the master override. You're welcome, Ted. Which was completed by 0430. So I decided to grab a few hours of sleep here before heading back to ZD. Called Gaia Prime before I bedded down, ostensibly to update her on the site plan. But the truth is, I missed her. I've developed a habit of speaking to her before I sleep. Seems to be the only thing that calms me these days. Woke to a message from Oswald. The Odyssey launched yesterday, so terrestrial life's chance of survival has doubled. Why then do I feel so uneasy? I just keep wondering what kind of world Far Zenith will create if the ship reaches its destination so many decades from now. And I worry about that alpha build of Apollo. So much knowledge, so few restraints, and no fail-safes. How will they avoid repeating our mistakes? What's to stop them from playing God? Forwarded the Odyssey message to the Alphas. Naoto replied in less than a minute with a poem, of course. The Building of the Ship by Longfellow, and it's long, all right. I didn't read all of it, but it seems to be about launching a ship rather than building one. This stanza, or couplet or whatever, leapt out at me. Humanity, with all its fears, with all its hopes of future years, is hanging breathless on thy fate. Yeah, Odyssey and Zero Dawn both. Speaking of which, I should get back to ZD. Guess I should stop by Naoto's lab and check on Demeter's progress too. If I can get out of there without a volume of Tennyson pressed in my hands, I'll count myself lucky. Till next time. I wonder what triggers these to be done. Like, is it just a time thing, or is it an event that triggers each of these to unlock? Oh, here we go again. Last time I visited Prime was November. Wait. That's not the one. We read that one. Repair. All under repair still. That's weird. That just popped again. Well, we definitely want to see these sites. Wonder if there's any influence that we have. You know, it might be easier. Well, this one's right outside, so we'll just go there. Like, just look at this place. The blue and the orange is like, oh, I'm gonna miss this so much. It's not even funny.
Hot as a forest fire.
Everybody's trying to make a buck.
Sun willing, the Sun King will end this war. Now you've brought the prince home.
Have you just polished that armor with it?
Of course.
Isn't that a little...
What?
nothing?
Out with it, woman.
Forget I said anything. You look very dignified.
Thank you.
And shiny.
Oh,
Very
look at
shiny.
what's here. Oh, Petra's here.
Petra.
Here she
Cool.
is, the guest of honor. I knew there was something about you. Hammered from the stuff they make leaders out of. And I don't say that to every Nora girl who blows through my town.
I can imagine.
That happens to you a lot?
Had to build a wall to fend them off.
Good thing I'm persistent then.
I've missed our little talks. Murad asked me to look over the city arsenal. These guns have aged well. That runs in the Ostrom, no? They were the pride of the Mainspring Forges, so I've taken greater pride in improving them.
You mean to test it?
Can
Because
I
I
try one?
totally will.
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
It's so
The
satisfying.
target should put up a little less of a fight than those bandit raiders did.
So wait, if we wouldn't have gone to see her, would she not be here right now? What targets are we? Oh! Okay, well that, I like how it just immediately took it away from us. It's like, no. We found the shield's weakness, though. What the F?
It hits nice and wide. No need to aim like a bow.
Jeez. This thing's actually pretty resilient.
Range is good. Try the next.
Oh, god damn it. I knew that was gonna happen.
See? That'll knock a machine on its ass, ancient or no. With these, I think we could hold off an army.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put those down, because I'm gonna end up killing myself. Gotta take them all down. It's tradition around here.
Grab this now.
Okay, that's not even who we needed to see.
How many men do you think you'll kill in the battle, Luthid?
As many as I have to.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead.
Nice.
These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
That's the right answer.
It's always the ones you least expect.
That
to
is the
cause you
right
trouble.
answer. Can I check your supplies here?
This place.
Damn it. Here we go. Hello, or Halloween. Travis came by trick-or-treating dressed up like me. Should have seen that coming. I gave him a half-eaten packet of dandy wafers as a treat and kicked him out, but not before he invited me to some kind of Italian horror extravaganza he organized for ZD staff. Seriously. As though there isn't enough horror in the world already. Anyway, I was already scheduled to fly out here to G Prime for final inspections with Harris and the president's delegation. Ted was here too, and he was not looking good. Kept fidgeting and couldn't seem to look me in the face without blinking. I was relieved when he boarded his vert and flew back to Thebes. Gag. Though I guess I shouldn't complain. If he wants to build himself a deluxe shelter to ride out the apocalypse, let him. Keeps him out of Elysium and away from me. Harris stuck around long enough to give me a detailed briefing of the strategic situation. Basically, we've entered the terminal phase. As though the color of the sky when I was flying over here wasn't clue enough. Another 2 or 3 weeks and the atmosphere won't be breathable. The last vestiges of European and West African civ brigades are trapped with their backs against the Atlantic. The swarm that scuttled across Antarctica is crossing the Straits of Magellan, about to start its death crawl up South America towards the Amazon. All the work we did to reconstitute the rainforest, and it comes to this. In advance, elements of the Pacific swarms are already skirmishing with units on the Kalmar seawall. The noose is tightening. Projections show we can still finish in time, but the margin of error is plus or minus 10 days. Not a good spread. If the plague breaks through ahead of schedule, well, it just can't. I'll not let that happen. Enough writing. I need to get back to Zero Dawn. 10 days margin of error.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Like, with a project that massive, you wonder, like, how is that even possible? First of all, you wonder, how does anything even get done? Because, like, where do you start? I guess that's the key, is you just start. And not to go on a little bit of a tangent here, but, like, I often get emails or tweets. Another one? Is this the same one? Yeah, it seems to get repaired twice. It's weird. Does something get added, maybe? I often get emails or questions about how to start, like, a YouTube channel. I'll tell you something in a second. Yeah, no, it's the same. And my advice is usually the same, and it's just start. Like, don't over-prepare, don't, like, worry about if you're gonna be good or not. Go back and watch my first video. God. Ugh. So bad. Some things just don't change, you know? Anyways, sorry, tangents. Like, the scope of this battle is going to be huge. Good thing we literally never get tired. Look at this. There's a few things within here to inspect, I guess. Oh, look who it is. Yes!
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
If Varl goes down, I swear.
Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
For all what's wrong.
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed bid it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
Damn. Okay, cool. Cool. Full trust. You do what you need to do. What about this group?
So who are these guys?
They call
Oh,
themselves the Eclipse.
Errand.
What does
I believe
that
in you, kinda.
mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. They used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys just like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
Okay,
Anyway.
I'm interrupting you.
So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
Well, that's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the vanguard?
At the front of the line!
Oh,
And
boy.
why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit him like a hammer till he can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Well, only if we win.
We've got our little... Looks like a triangle of defenses. Also, a little love triangle. Such a close thing. It's been, what, 43 hours since Harris warned me, said collapse of the eastern line was imminent. Swarms launching some kind of pincher maneuver against the Wichita salient. 5 or 6 days more and I think Gaia could have launched without our help. I really do. We had to scramble. ZD became a madhouse, absolute bedlam. Every team rushing to stabilize code and lock it down as Gammas got evacuated, then Betas. Once Gaia was on her way, I gathered the Alphas together to give them the bad news. Felt like I was going to throw up, but they already knew, of course. They knew the work wasn't really finished. Close, but not quite there. Still tests to run, kinks to smooth, work to do, so they accepted it. No Elysium for us. We'll spend the rest of our lives here, testing and polishing each subordinate function to perfection. Guess that's what you get when you recruit a bunch of obsessive perfectionists. Managed not to cry until I got back to my office. So here we are, setting up Gaia Prime, and yeah, it's such a close thing. Makes me feel nauseated all over again when I contemplate how the fate of life could hinge on coincidence. If I'd never proposed the Lightkeeper protocol, there would never have been living spaces constructed here. If I'd abandoned the protocol sooner, the necessary life support systems would never have been installed. If. At least we won't have to endure the creepiness of raising and training clones of ourselves. The genetic material was never processed out of the cradle site, so that's not even possible. For which I'm glad. I really wouldn't want to spend time around a young Travis Tate raised by Travis Tate. Nope. It'll be up to us to perfect Gaia, one generation only. Update, that was General Harris. The salient has collapsed. USRC expects to be overrun in 2 days, which gives us 72 hours at best to lock up and seal up. Buried alive for life's sake. I'll go tell the others. Oh!
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These Karja in their frilled armor look like turkeys.
But there are so many. And now we are so few.
They are not our foe. Not this time.
Quiet now. She comes.
The Anointed.
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land.
Yeah, you won't have a sacred land if the metal devil
jags at me like an
wins.
arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Okay. And now we rest. In, of all places, Olin's house. Believe it or not.
Sky's the color of molten.
Same one. I think, whoa, is that actually every... Look, we have all the hologram data points. Maybe it's not possible to miss any. We're missing one audio data point. We have all the text ones for the main quest. There's random ones out in the world, but admittedly, these are like not that important. All the machines, and then some glyphs, but even those are more, it's more history, which is cool, but it's not, as far as I'm concerned, it's not super important.
Who leads the attack?
Oh.
Boland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Rest before the battle. Oh, God. Well, okay, guys. Here it comes. Look, I know that it's a little bit shorter today than normal, but I think it just makes a lot of sense to end it here. And when we come back, well, who knows? But resting before the battle, so we'll be busy. See you guys in the next one. Bye.